Essentialism or existentialism for societal sustainability. At first glance, essentialism and existentialism appear to be diametrically opposed philosophical perspectives. Essentialism posits the existence of inherent, fixed essences that define the nature of things, including humans. Conversely, existentialism champions the radical freedom of the individual to forge their own essence through choices and actions in an existence devoid of predetermined meaning. However, a closer examination reveals potential points of convergence that could inform a more nuanced understanding of the human experience as well as both the esoteric and more spiritual nature of mankind. Essentialism typically asserts that entities have inherent qualities or essences that define their existence. This perspective suggests that objects, concepts, or beings possess intrinsic characteristics that make them what they are. In essentialist thought, these essences are often considered immutable and fundamental to understanding the nature of things. For example, essentialism might argue that human nature or gender roles have fixed characteristics that define them across different contexts and time periods. Existentialism, on the other hand, focuses on individual existence, freedom, and choice. It emphasizes the subjective experience of individuals in creating meaning and identity in a seemingly indifferent or absurd world. Existentialists often reject the idea of fixed essences or inherent meanings, instead emphasizing the importance of personal responsibility and authenticity in defining one's existence. Existentialism is concerned with the lived experience of individuals and how they navigate their existence in a world where meaning is not predetermined. This integrated approach puts forth the possibility of utilizing essentialism not as a source of preordained purpose, but as a framework for comprehending the inherent human capacity for choice and meaning-making. By examining the essential characteristics of human existence, such as consciousness, self-awareness, and the drive for self-actualization, could essentialism provide a foundation upon which existential freedom flourishes? This potential synthesis could theoretically at least offer a richer understanding of the individual human experience, acknowledging both the constraints inherent in our existence and the boundless potential for self-creation through free will. In the context of existentialism, meaning-making refers to the process by which individuals create their own sense of purpose and significance in life. Meaning, this refers to the feeling that one's life has value, direction, and significance. It's that why behind our actions and choices. Making, this emphasizes the active role individuals play in constructing their meaning. Unlike essentialism, where meaning is preordained, existentialism highlights that individuals create their own meaning through their choices and actions. There are 4 key points to understand in the existentialist form of meaning-making, these being freedom, responsibility, authenticity, and the ongoing process which unifies the first 3 principles for the purpose of providing the unique individual, from their own personal perception and perspective, to enjoy or at least to have a meaningful individual human experience. Freedom. Existentialists believe humans are free to choose their own paths in life. This freedom extends to shaping our values, goals, and the direction of our lives. Responsibility. With freedom comes the responsibility to create meaning. Since life has no inherent meaning, it's up to us to define what matters and why. Authenticity. Meaning-making is most fulfilling when aligned with our core values and genuine desires. Living authentically involves acting in accordance with what we believe is important. Ongoing process. Meaning-making is not a one-time event. As we encounter new experiences and evolve as individuals, our sense of meaning may also change and develop throughout our lives. Existentialism is forced by its very nature to acknowledge that this process can be challenging. Facing the vastness of human freedom can be anxiety-provoking, and the lack of inherent meaning can feel unsettling. However, existentialists believe that embracing these challenges and actively creating meaning is a core aspect of living a meaningful and rewarding life. Such a consideration for this integrated, if not unified approach, seems exceptionally important in modern society, especially as some members of society seem intent on exhibiting their own freedom, putting it on display for all the world to see, while at the same time attempting to deny the freedom of those members of society who wish not to submit to or personally affirm these displays of individual freedom, even as they would ardently fight in support of the rights of these people to display themselves however they wish. The inherent nature of these members of society, speaking strictly in philosophical terms, seems somewhat at odds with both existentialism and essentialism, and at the same time, oddly in support of both philosophical approaches. On the one hand, at birth, rather than being born in the correct form, they are seemingly born in the wrong form, whatever their true form may be. This would seem to indicate that there exists a personal essence that is preceding their existence in a corporeal form or their existence in the material world, or the philosophical approach of essentialism. Yet, somehow, at the very same time, these same people tend to ignore the other aspects of essentialism, indicating that these traits would, by their own reasoning, also be immutable or even eternal for lack of a better word. Conversely, they seem to embrace the more existentialist belief that they, despite societal norms and standards, have the inherent freedom to fully embrace that which they claim to be, or what they are, whether through an objective or subjective lens, based on their individual perceptions and perspectives, while at the same time denying the rights of others to enjoy their freedoms, and to believe whatever viewpoints they may enjoy, whether inherently or extrinsically, instead. Dialectical methodology offers a means by which the differing philosophical views of both their essentialist and existentialist philosophical beliefs can be unified, despite their contrasting perspectives on existence and reality and the individual human experience. To bridge the gap between essentialism and existentialism using dialectical methodology, it is possible, perhaps even necessary, to start by identifying common themes and acknowledging shared concerns about human nature, identity, or the search for meaning. Meaning that an open and honest discussion is the only path for the resolution of these conflicts, if in fact acceptance is the true reasoning for their insistence on denying others the freedom to decide. Only then will it become possible to explore the underlying assumptions of each perspective and to understand where they diverge. It is necessary to look for and introduce an integrated and adaptive approach by finding ways in which essentialist ideas of inherent qualities can coexist with existentialist notions of individual agency and subjective experience. This involves recognizing that while entities may have inherent characteristics, individuals also possess the freedom to interpret and shape their own existence, with each individual being granted both the respect and recognition they deserve within the context of their individual human experience. Encouraging open and respectful dialogue between proponents of essentialism and existentialism is crucial, but the challenge remains with getting some parties to sit down for a peaceful, open, and honest dialogue. Dialectical methodology values discourse as a means to refine understanding, fostering mutual respect and intellectual growth among philosophers and scholars exploring human existence and reality. And therein lies the next great challenge for the ongoing efforts of systemically sustainable human growth and development.
Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below.